Hello everyone and welcome to a new video by Deviant.fun, your online shop for comics, graphic novels, manga, and that's pretty much it. Today we'll give you a little bit of unboxing. Not many books, but there are some special books, especially these two ones that you can't easily find, and as you can see we got them for a customer and they're in pristine condition. They're absolutely brand new, and they don't cost one of your kidneys. We're actually selling them at cover price, at the price they were being sold, the cover price of when they were available in the market. So the first one is the Amazing Spider-Man Round Robin, starring David Miklini, but also Bagley on the drawings, Milgram. I think Milgram is on the writing too. Let me just check. Yeah, and also Gary Conway did some of the parts of the stories. Then you have Terry Kavanagh, Fred Hembeck, Tony Isabella, Peter Sanderson, and also Stan Lee, and lots of pencilers. Mark Bagley being the biggest name, except it would be the biggest name if it wouldn't have Saul Buscema also here, and Steve Ditko. So you can see, yeah, this spans, let me tell you, this spans from 1991 to 1992, so it's one full year of Spider-Man comics, so it's not a surprise that you get those many artists and writers. So this collects number 351 to number 360 of the Amazing Spider-Man, annual number 25, then Spectacular Spider-Man annual number 11, Web of Spider-Man annual number 7, and Spider-Man Fear Itself. So this is volume 22 of the epic collections by the Amazing Spider-Man. There's lots of them, as you can see. I'm just going to lift through very carefully because this one has got an owner already, so as does the West Coast Avengers. So this is old school Spider-Man, just the way you like it, with the looks that Steve Ditko and Saul Buscema brought to it. The very old classic Spider-Man look, the one I'm used to, I got used to when I was a child, an adolescent. This is the Spider-Man I got to know, with this physiognomy, this patching in the suit. So this brings up very good memories, and it's very thick epic collection. It's a bit thicker than the Avengers West Coast. So this is the first one, Amazing Spider-Man Round Robin. So if you want it, you can also get it from us, unless our supplier has gone out of stock, but I don't think so. I think they still have Round Robin, and probably also Avengers West Coast Vision Quest. Round Robin is a little bit easier to get, I think. So this is Avengers West Coast, like I was saying. Let me just adjust the camera here. Just noticed it's okay. Let's put it more in the center. Okay, so this is volume 4. It spans through 1988 to 1989, and it collects West Coast Avengers number 18 to 46, plus the annual number 3, then Avengers West Coast 47 to 52, annual number 4, and also material from Avengers Spotlight number 23. So this is mainly John Byrne. I'm not sure how you spell it. I say John Byrne, but I'm not sure if that's the way to say it, the correct way to say it. So Vision Quest we got Englehart and Milgram once again. We saw it in Spider-Man 2. So here we have the table of contents. Like I said, I'm going to leaf through very carefully because I don't want even to get a wrinkle in the cover. This has to get in pristine condition like all the books we send to you. That's something we take very, very seriously, and we always will. When we stop doing that, then we should go out of the business and find something else to do, if we lose respect for the books and for you guys. So this is even older than Spider-Man, so the drawings are as classic as Spider-Man, but 2 years older, so even more classic. So we can see Vision, the Wasp, the Ant-Man, the Avengers symbol here. Yeah, this is that last story that they were talking about, probably. The Fantastic Four also here. Not only the Avengers. Crisis Management. And some extras here. Oh, that's good to see. It's an interview with John Barney by Peter Sanderson. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. And then some conceptual art with the traditional costumes for the Scarlet Witch. Yeah. So, once again, it could be yours. I know it's hard to find, but we've got our ways. Some of you also got your ways, and some of you like to get them for yourselves, and that's the way to go, because it's part of the pleasure of getting a book is also hunt for it. But if you find yourself stranded with no options and can't find it anywhere, well, just drop us a call, because we don't charge for it, of course, and we actually enjoy it. It's part of the service. We don't see ourselves as a mere comics shop. As you've seen, we like to do these videos, not only unboxings. These are more for commercial purposes. Yeah, it's true. But we like doing flash reviews and leaf-throughs, so you can get to know more comics that you probably wouldn't get to know, get to see, get to pick. So we like to see ourselves as a set of services. We also have news on our sites and things like that. So and yeah, we like helping you get books. It sometimes happens that we say, look, we can't get you a good price with our suppliers, but you can find it here at Amazon, for example, and it's cheap. There's a promotion. We do it. Yeah, we don't want to rip anyone off. Most of the times we get good prices from our suppliers, but sometimes the big retailers just are cutting prices to insane values. Of course, you have the possibility of getting a damaged book, especially if it's Amazon. Sorry about that, Amazon, but it's the truth. So what we have here, we've got a series that we've been looking into getting into the shop for quite some time, because it's Garth Ennis, and you already know, if you've been seeing our videos, this is one of our top creators, maybe the most the most stable in terms of quality comics creator. This guy doesn't seem to know how to write bad books. So this is a series, a relatively long series. So this is by Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows. So Jason Burrows is in the artwork, of course, while Garth Ennis does all the stories. Let me see if we've got some dates here. So the first, this is the 7th printing it shows you how successful it was, and it dates from July 2018. Oh Jesus, I gotta change my lenses. 2018, yeah. This is from Avatar Press, as you can see. And let's take a quick look through, also carefully not to damage it in any way. So very vivid illustrations, as you can see. The coloring is a bit, how would I say it, artificial. It does look good, but it reminds of digital painting. Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. I'm not a specialist to what comes to that. Okay, knife in the back, literally. She got a knife on her back. Okay, so as you can see, very explicit artwork. So it's Garthinus, so you should always take that into consideration. And if you're a very susceptible person to violence, sexual depiction, swearing, playing with religion, playing with everything that is a taboo, then you shouldn't read Garthinus at all, because that's what he does. He plays with all those stuff and he mocks of it, sometimes in a healthy way and some other times not. He just wants to mock. So he's very provocative, and that's why I like him so much. Yeah, so let's just read what it says here, so that you get a feeling of what you can expect from Crossed, the artwork you've seen. So, a world like this, it finds a way to damn us all. In the blink of an eye, humanity is lost. The Crossed are upon us. Men, women and children alike fall victim to the mystery infection that makes killers out of parents and rapists out of lovers. Ruthless, berserk, and evil beyond measure, these cackling demons spread their plague across the earth until our species teeters on the brink of final extinction. There is no hope, there are no heroes, no one is coming to save you, there is only the Crossed. Extreme Horror by writer Garth Ennis. Okay, that's it. So, kind of like Walking Dead by Garth Ennis. It should be very cool. I'm confessing I never read it. So, what do we have here? Oh, Garth Ennis, what a surprise! Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the other video. In another shipment we got all the War Stories volumes, but volume 2 was severely damaged in the cover. It never happened. This supplier is the best in packaging. It's really the best. They take extreme care. I can honestly say and bluntly say that I learned how to package good with them. Yeah, we did start packaging better by example. That's something you get to learn, of course, with experience. So this little baby, now in pristine condition, it will go next to its fellows, volumes 1, 2, 3, volumes 1, 3 and 4, because this is volume 2. So you know that Garth Ennis is very, very known for war comics, and especially for this series, one of the eldest ones, and one of the most regarded. The artwork here is very different from, for example, what you can find in War Stories number 1. I think it was number 1, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but it's getting more modern here. But if there's a guy that knows how to write about war, it's Garcinis. He gets to details about strategy, tactics, and things like that. Things that come either from reading a lot about war or actually being in one. I don't know if he actually was a soldier and if he got to combat, but if he did, he flew planes, he used grenades, he shot with rifles, and I'm talking about how do you say it? Those ones with a sight, a sniper gun. Yeah, he's done mostly all of it. If this was to be based on his experience, he would have to have done it all of that, because he's written superbly well and detailed about all those aspects of war. So I doubt that it's personal experience. It seems that it's a lot of study. He's a guy that does his homework. Oh, don't tell me there's an interview with Garcinis at the end of the book. Afterward. Okay, and who writes it? If it's Garcinis writing it, it will also be good. Yeah, it's from Garcinis. That's great. Maybe he talks about these aspects that I've been talking about, his experience in war and things like that. So this is definitely, if you like war stories, that's something you need to have. Garcinis's War Stories collection. It's only 4 volumes. Of course, you can't find them in retailers, but yeah, you can find it at Deviant.fun.biz. Haha. Got you, Amazon. Okay, so next, Lady Mechanica. I know there's some pretty hard covers, but we wanted to get a sense of the series before investing in hardcovers, because we want to make sure that it's really worth the investment. So let's see what it says here. Discover a beautifully illustrated steampunk world of airships, monsters, and one courageous but haunted heroine. The tabloids dubbed her Lady Mechanica, the sole survivor of a mad scientist's horrific experiments which left her with mechanical limbs. She doesn't have any memory of her captivity or her former life. She built a new life for herself as an adventurer and private investigator, using her unique abilities to solve cases the proper authorities couldn't or wouldn't handle. But she never stopped searching for answers to her own past. So we've got the typical character that's looking for herself in this case. Sometimes it's a dark past. In this particular book, it's a forgotten past. So she should be troubled by it, by not knowing what she was, whilst she has to focus on her missions. Yeah, and I see the illustrations are awesome. Look at this panel, wow! Kicking some ass. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this. I haven't read many steampunk titles. So it's a genre that I haven't explored much, so it shouldn't be hard to please me. Again, a split page, incredible. Whoa, this has some incredible artwork. They were right in the back when they said it. Look at this. This is quite famous, this series, so there must be something about it, undoubtedly. But yeah, tastes are each one has their own, right? And nothing stops me from finding this boring or whatever. But I sure hope that's not the case, because I've seen it being referenced multiple times, yeah, in social media as a book to look at. I saw the special hardcover edition, and that's also a sign that it had some success, right? If you get to from a trade paperback to a hardcover, that's because you've got some guarantee that there's market for that, and people will look for it. Okay, now what do we have here? We have number 3, the last book of Chronicles of Wormwood, again by, you guessed it, Garth Ennis. He didn't guess it because he could read it, but nevertheless. Once again by Avatar Press. Well, it actually says volume 2, but I think this is the last one, because there's the Last Enemy, and I was so convinced that Last Enemy was between the first and this one. But okay, maybe I'm wrong. It seems that the Last Enemy is volume 3. Okay. Or maybe it doesn't count as a volume because it's way much smaller. If you aren't familiar with Chronicles of Wormwood, go and check our video that we did about a review about the first volume. You should go and check it because it's really good. It's Garth Ennis, and it's really good. So Wormwood is the Antichrist, is the son of the devil. You've got this guy here, which is Jesus Christ, but he doesn't remember what his mission in the world is. We've got this talking rabbit that is Wormwood's best friend. We've got Satan, at least in the first volume, Satan showing up. A character, a very special character, which is Pope Jacko, I think. And yeah, and God is also depicted in such a provocative way. Well, I think the Pope is even worse, but God does get the Garth Ennis treatment real hard. So, since I loved the first volume, yeah, we have to get the third one, and the second one is coming. Well, it looks like I am wrong, and I have the second one, and the third one is coming, but nevertheless, it's 2 out of 3 now. Wow. Oh, this is great. Incredible. I love the colors in this books, and I don't know what does the editor have in mind to come up with such ugly covers. Chronicles of Wormwood 1 also has an ugly cover. The Last Enemy has an ugly cover. War Stories by Garth Ennis, no one will buy it for the cover. I don't know what's with Avatar Press and their editing, but by this time it wasn't well run, I can tell you that. Okay, so next, but it's not a novelty, but yeah, we've got it again because the other one went away to someone that will love it dearly as it's intended to. So this is the huge, massive Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus with a special variant cover that you might prefer to the mildly blunt original one. I love this one much, way better. And you guess what? You don't pay extra for it. It's the same price, and we're selling it cover price. You can check our website to see the price because I can't remember now. But it's cover price. This variant I don't think you can get it at retailers. To be honest, I never saw it. I always saw the blunt traditional cover, not this one, which I love. I love it with all the Infinity Gems and all the colors. Yeah, I love it. So, Infinity Gauntlet, look at this, the size of this thing. And the weight of this thing. Yeah, it's a massive book. And just to think that there are 7 or 8 more about the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones and Thanos and etc. It's such a huge collection of omnibuses. That's the way I say it, omnibuses. Like if they buzz, but they don't buzz. Okay, so next, also re-entry. We had it, Spider-Man by David Miklini and Eric Larson, which is now working for Image Comics. Is part of Image Comics, right? Is one of the founders. So this is not as huge as the Infinity Gauntlet one, but still it's an Omni. That's all the content you get. You can see it's a lot of covers here. So it's a comeback, like I said. We had it already. I can't show you because it's sealed, and I'm going to keep it that way. Maybe surf the net and look for it, but I can tell you. I don't know if I can tell you because it's so much thing. No, I can tell you the content. So this collects Amazing Spider-Man from 1963, number 2087, 324, 327, 329 to 350. Then Spider-Man from 1990, 15, 18, 21 to 23. Then The Amazing Spider-Man from 1999, from issues 19 to 21. Material from Marvel Comics Presents, back from the 80s, 1988, issues 48 to 50. Then once again from the 90s, Spider-Man 19 to 20. So written by David Miklini, Eric Larson, Jim Owsley, Howard Mackey, illustrated by Eric Larson, of course, and Mark Bagley, a big name. I don't know if by then he was already a big name. I'm not sure. Probably not. He's a bigger name now, and so is Eric Larson, of course. These guys have made a name for themselves. And so that's it. That's all we have to show you today. But in the weekend we'll have a larger batch to show you, I hope. Let's see. They've been shipped already, and they're not coming from far, so I'm counting on them to arrive until Friday. Let's see. I can't promise anything, but maybe we'll talk again, or I'll talk again during the weekend to show you less Marvel and more other stuff. That's not superheroes, but of course there will be superheroes and Marvel too. But DC, independent authors, it will be more varied. So stay tuned for that and for other videos that we might put out in between. So if you like this video and the videos we've been putting out, please say so and like them. But especially subscribe to the channel to get notified about on new videos, and pay us a visit at Deviant.fun.biz. We'd love to see you there. You can also follow what's happening in the store and in the comics world by following us on Facebook or Instagram if you prefer. And that's it. So until the next video, thanks for watching. Stay well, have excellent reads, and until the next one, Deviant.fun out in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye, fellows.